Sam Holden writes, "Hi AMC, I love the show, watch it every day. My question is, can someone make a Norse god Thor movie or one about the mythical Norse gods without any of the Marvel elements in it and only follow the myths without them being aliens, or are all the characters copyrighted?"
Nope, anybody can do it. It's the same thing, like think of it in these terms. Wizard of Oz. Take Wizard of Oz, right? Mm-hmm. You had one studio make Wizard of Oz, but you have another studio doing some animated Wizard of Oz, and you had another studio altogether come out with Oz the Great and Powerful, right? So basically, what they can do is, any studio can make a Wizard of Oz film that is based on the original book, right, if I'm not mistaken, right? But, here's where it gets a little tricky, right? So the original Wizard of Oz movie comes out, and the ruby slippers, guess what? Not in the book. So that movie actually came up with the ruby slippers. So now, another studio like Oz the Great and Powerful can make Oz the Great and Powerful, and they can have all the stuff from the books, but since that studio came up with the ruby red slippers, they can't do anything with ruby red slippers. That's why in the new films, you don't see the ruby slippers at all. They'll never be mentioned, whatever.
Or the monkeys.
And they can't call them monkeys, apparently. They had to call them something else. So anything that's originated in other works. So what you can do, Thor is not copyrightable. The character of Thor is not copyrightable. So what you can do is, you can make a movie based on Thor, but what you cannot do is have anything in your new Thor movie that isn't in the original mythology, but is included in any of the Marvel Thor films. But if you can avoid anything that's original in the Marvel Thor films, then theoretically, you're good. How do you guys understand?
That just sounds like a lot of work.
It does.
Let's find another. Let's just find another.
You know what to me sounds interesting though is if Marvel did do a spin-off movie on, or seeing how well Guardians does. Let's see how well Guardians does, and if that sci-fi kind of spin-off world works. I'd like to see that movie where it doesn't tie into the Avengers. Just what's going on those other planets with the politics on Asgard and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
that would be cool to me. Like, I think Marvel could have an extended universe there that their own. I mean, Disney already owns Star Wars, but their own kind of sci-fi world there with Guardians on one side. You have this. It could be a lot of mythical.
It's waiting to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
as a kid, I read all those Jack Kirby, Stan Lee Thors that have Sif, the Warriors 3.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's Baldar the Brave. You have infinite stories that can be spun off. I'd love to see a TV series that just deals with Tales of Asgard. Or something like that, but Hercules is another example where Frankenstein, another example where hey, I can make a Frankenstein movie. All of us can be in it, and I could call it Frankenstein. It doesn't even have anything to do with Frankenstein. You could call it Frankenstein.
And nobody can have a Bride of Frankenstein character in it because that's already been covered.
So yeah, I mean, a case in point, you know, like all the Hercules, you could have your different spin on Hercules, but Thor specifically, like on Netflix, you can watch a movie called Thor: Hammer of the Gods. It has nothing to do with the Thor that Marvel owns. It's just some other story. So.
Well, it's the Norse mythology is so rich too. So there's so many things you could do.
You can go there.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.